He was the leader of a group of soldiers who were bonded with alien symbiotes by S.H.I.E.L.D. Let's get into the video and find out who is Rex Strickland, aka Tyrannosaurus. Rex Strickland was a U.S. soldier fighting in the Vietnam War. His squad walked into a trap and was pinned down by a sniper. Realizing that they would all die if someone didn't do something, Rex made the ultimate sacrifice and went out to draw the enemy's fire. He was shot multiple times and was severely burnt by napalm, but Rex would survive and awake in a field hospital where he was approached by Nick Fury. Nick Fury and S.H.I.E.L.D. had recently found an ancient symbiote, the Grendel, which looked like a dragon while they were searching for Hydra. After running some tests on the symbiote, they were amazed to find out it was still alive. They saw the opportunity to use it to their advantage and create a new type of super soldier. Nick Fury offered Strickland the chance to participate in the human trials and become a symbiote soldier. Having nothing to lose, Strickland went for it. Strickland, along with several other soldiers who were all handpicked by Nick Fury, were bonded to samples of the symbiote. Rex Strickland was given the codename of Tyrannosaurus and placed in charge of the team. They were sent into Vietnam to take out a military depot. The team was successful with their mission, but they lost control of their symbiotes who took out a U.S. Army unit as well. The symbiotes were still mentally connected to the Grendel and could feel all of the pain it was being subjected to by S.H.I.E.L.D.'s experiments, and it drove the symbiotes crazy. Over the next few months, the symbiote soldiers wreaked havoc in the jungles of Vietnam, killing U.S. and Viet Cong soldiers alike. Needing to eradicate any evidence of S.H.I.E.L.D.'s mistake, Nick Fury talked Logan into helping him track down the rogue symbiotes in the jungles of Vietnam. When Logan and Fury got close to the symbiote soldiers, the Tyrannosaurus symbiote separated itself from Rex and disguised itself as him. He was almost able to lure Nick Fury into his trap, but the real Rex warned him that it wasn't him. Rex, Logan, and Fury battled the symbiote soldiers, but they were outmatched. When the symbiotes killed Nick Fury, it was revealed he had sent a life model decoy in his place instead of coming himself. This briefly confused the symbiotes, who scattered off to regroup. Unfortunately for Rex and Logan, Fury had set the life model decoy to self-destruct to take out all of the symbiotes. The duo only had 60 seconds and had no chance of making it out of the blast radius. In a twist, the Tyrannosaurus symbiote rebonded itself back with Rex, showing remorse for what it had done. It threw Logan to safety and shielded Rex from the explosion. Rex was later recovered by S.H.I.E.L.D. and interrogated about the events by Nick Fury. All of the symbiote soldiers had been recovered except for the Tyrannosaurus symbiote. The other symbiotes had permanently bonded to their host, so S.H.I.E.L.D. was unable to remove them without killing the men, so they decided to place them in cryosleep for safekeeping. Nick Fury then offered Rex a job with S.H.I.E.L.D. to hunt down the Tyrannosaurus symbiote, which he gratefully accepted. Over the next several years, Rex worked for S.H.I.E.L.D. supposedly hunting down the Tyrannosaurus symbiote. When S.H.I.E.L.D. disbanded, Rex was compelled to save his fellow symbiote soldiers, knowing S.H.I.E.L.D. would just dispose of them. He went in search of the Venom symbiote for help, and he found him. Rex incapacitated Venom, and when Brock awoke, Rex told him his story and asked Brock to help him save his men. Brock was curious about where the symbiote they were bonded with came from, so he agreed to help out, hoping to find out. He went to the underground tunnel S.H.I.E.L.D. was using to transport the symbiote soldiers and intercepted the vehicle. He ripped off the truck's door and freed the symbiote soldiers. As the symbiote soldiers emerged from the truck, they got into the mind of Venom, forcing him to unbond from Brock and abandon him. One of the symbiote soldiers attacked Brock and wounded him, and then they all returned to the truck to free something else. Venom returned to take care of the wounded Eddie Brock, and they witnessed something rip off the symbiote soldiers' symbiotes and toss their dead bodies out of the truck. It was the Grendel. It was being transported with the symbiote soldiers to be destroyed right along with them. Venom healed Brock, and they returned to Rex, who claimed he had thought the Grendel was dead. So Brock went to try and stop the Grendel. When they caught up with the Grendel, Venom was ready to do battle, but the Grendel pulled itself apart, revealing Knull, the god of symbiotes. Knull wasn't actually there. He was still imprisoned on Klyntar, but he was using the Grendel as a means to project himself and communicate. Knull told Brock his story and was about to reabsorb Venom, but was interrupted by Miles Morales. Brock was able to escape and make it back to Rex. By that time, Brock and Venom had figured out that Rex was a symbiote and made it reveal itself. Rex Strickland had actually died in Vietnam when the life model decoy exploded. The Tyrannosaurus symbiote had impersonated him since then. Tyrannosaurus was scared and didn't want to go back to Knull. That's when Brock realized what was going on. The Grendel was hunting for its last piece, so it would have the power to return to Clintar, the homeworld of the symbiotes, and free Null from imprisonment. Tyrannosaurus was that final piece. Eddie Brock convinced Tyrannosaurus to combine with his symbiote so that they might be strong enough to stop the Grendel. They were able to kill the Grendel by incinerating it in a blast furnace. The Tyrannosaurus symbiote sacrificed itself in the process and was seemingly destroyed. Unfortunately, their heroic actions would only serve to delay Null's arrival. The Tyrannosaurus symbiote provided Rex with a black symbiote costume along with superhuman strength, agility, durability, speed, and reflexes. It could also shapeshift and provided a regenerative healing factor. Well, that's the origin of Rex Strickland, aka Tyrannosaurus. As always, I appreciate you taking the time out of your busy day to stop by the channel and check out this video. Please smash that like button and drop a comment down below. It really helps out the channel. Well, that does it for this video. We'll see you again real soon, but until then, I'm out. Peace.